A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. As usual, today's enrichment, comprehension point of view, very important, not an easy one to comprehend, and vocabulary point of view, extremely important. Some very important words are there, and many words we have got for the first time. Grammar consolidation, some important patterns are there. Effective English, the writer has used three or four idioms, and mini mocks not at this stage, 7:30. I have brought mini mocks today. Let us start with a question: what is this editorial about? The editorial discusses the Supreme Court of India's order quashing the arrest and remand of NewsClick founder Prabir Purkayashta. It's all about arrest and remand of a particular person. Who is that person? Naidu, am I audible? Is it on? Please respond. A NewsClick founder Prabir Purkayastha. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial is a critical and admonishing. Admonishing, an important word. Already we have got many a time. Reprimand, rebuke, admonish, scold, chide. All these words you have to recollect. Thank you very much. As I said, today's editorial is important from comprehension point of view as well as from vocabulary point of view. The very first word, malign, malignant word form, malign part of speech verb. To speak about someone in spitefully critical manner, spitefully adverb, an important word. Synonyms, slander, we have already got this word. Defame, simple word. Vilify, an important word. Here you have to remember four words: malign, spiteful, slander, and vilify. Defame is a simple word. Synonyms, after that, antonyms: praise, commend, laud. Already we have got this form many a time. Commendable job. Praiseworthy, you should recollect. Naidu, very good, I appreciate. Admonish, reproach, reprimand, chide, castigate, censure, criticize, upbraid, scold, take to task, berate. Wonderful, highly appreciable. Example, here this you have to remember, this you have to laudable work. The word forms are very important. Laudable, commendable. The politician was known to malign his opponents to gain an advantage. Means what? Slander, publicly attack someone's reputation. Circumvent, also an important word, part of speech verb. To find a way around an obstacle or to overcome a problem in a clever and surreptitious way. Surreptitious, an important word you have to remember at any cost. It has a negative connotation. Circumvent the law. It goes with law, it goes with the rules, it goes with regulations. Means what? Avoid in a smart way, not regular way, in a smart way. Synonyms of bypass, evade, dodge. Evade and dodge, very important. At the time of a press meet, when the journalists or the scribes ask a few questions, some ministers may avoid a particular question. Then we say it goes with the word dodge. The minister has dodged the question. An important expression you have to know. And evade goes with success. He is a diligent person, but success has been evasive, elusive. Even these stealthy means secretive, in a secret manner. But we have one word, clandestine. Antonyms: confront, face, and counter. You go head on. The hacker managed to circumvent the security system. Circumvent the security system. It goes with IT field. Quash, part of speech verb. Quash also we can say. To reject or void. To make something null and void. An important idiom you have to know. Especially by legal procedure. To put an end to forcefully. Suppress, annul, an important word. Crush. Simple word. Why is this important? You have to know first annals. Careful with spelling. Annal, ANNUL. Annals, ALS. This word goes with chronicles. Annals and chronicles synonyms. You make a note of events or incidents based on the time factor. You have to use these two words. In fact, SBI once they gave a question. And related word, not archives, archives. Archive means two meanings. One meaning, make a note of events or incidents not based on the time factor. Based on the time factor, these two words. Not based on the time factor, archives. But what is the second meaning of the word archive? A public place where government records are kept. Antonyms uphold, support, validate. Already we have got all these words many a time. The court decided to quash the indictment against the defendant. Indictment, formally say someone has done something wrong, or formally say someone has done something, accuse someone has done something wrong or committed crime. Against a defendant, immediately you have to recollect the word plaintiff. Lay bare. We all know the word bare. I use quite often, grammar point of view, bare infinitive. Bare means without, bare infinitive without two. But look at this, bare foot or bare feet. Bare means without. Bare feet means without footwear. Lay bare is an idiom, an important one. It means to reveal or uncover something that was hidden, make something public. Synonyms expose, disclose, unveil. Antonyms conceal, hide, cover. All these are familiar words for you guys now. The investigation laid bare, but one thing you have to recollect here, lie can be a noun, lie can be a regular verb, you guys can handle. But lie can be an irregular verb. As an irregular verb, lie, lay, lain. Two meanings. One meaning, to be in the horizontal position while relaxing. The other one, to be in a particular place for a long time. But we have another verb, lay, laid, laid. This one talks about that. It means to put something down. Goes with foundation stone, rules, regulations, eggs, things, babies, roads, all these. Conceal, hide, cover. Look at the example, you understand. The investigation laid bare. What is the past form? Lay, laid, laid. Laid bare the corruption within the organization. Means the investigation made corruption within the organization public or open. When you talk about corruption, imagine corruption is widespread. You have to know the word rampant. Rampant means widespread. It usually goes with the diseases and corruption. Let the cat out of the bag. Very good. Indictment. Careful with pronunciation. Not indictment, indictment. Part of speech noun. A formal charge or accusation of a serious crime. Not a regular crime, serious crime. Synonyms are charge, accusation. Arraignment is a new word we have got for the first time. You got to be careful with the spelling. But another word you have to recollect immediately, accusation, allegation. And a new word has been added, arraignment. Antonyms, acquittal, exoneration, stop blaming someone, stop accusing someone, vindication. All the three words are very important. You have to have these words at your fingertips. The grand jury handed down an indictment for multiple counts of fraud. Indictment for multiple counts of fraud. And jury, you all know, I'm sure, collective noun, you have to recollect the rules. Two rules that go with collective nouns. And important examples like committee, jury, team, staff, family, group, all these. Clandestine, an important word. Part of speech adjective, clandestine operations, clandestine activities. These are the combinations. Kept secret or done secretively, especially because illicit. Illicit means what? Illegal. Secret, covert. Opposite, overt. Surreptitious. Now, here we got the word Naidu, surreptitious. Very good. You're adding. I appreciate that. This is a time to do value addition. Tripura Sundari also good. Here, covert, overt, two words opposite. You have to know. They go with operations, activities, meetings, and surreptitious an important word. They held clandestine meetings. As I said, what is the combination? Clandestine meetings to discuss the overthrow of the government. That's what they try to do. Blatant goes with lie. It also goes with behavior. Blatant of bad behavior, done openly, unashamedly. Without any shame, someone does something, blatant lie, blatant behavior, flagrant, an important word. Obvious does not go with this context because obvious is a neutral term, but blatant, flagrant, they have a negative connotation. Subtle, B is silent, an important word. Inconspicuous, hidden. But these words are opposites of obvious, conspicuous, not exactly opposite of blatant, here hidden. His blatant disregard for the rules was shocking. As I said, blatant goes with a negative context. Blatant disregard, blatant behavior, blatant lie. Bona fide, foreign word, meaning genuine or real. It goes with college level as students, we all know. We take bona fide certificates. Synonyms authentic, true, legitimate. The college gives a certificate saying that authentic certificate, you are a student of that particular college. Fake, bogus, counterfeit. But counterfeit goes with currency, fake currency, counterfeit currency. We don't say bogus currency, it sounds ridiculous. Bogus goes with a different context. She had bona fide credentials. It also goes with one certificates, the other it goes with credentials. An important word you have to know. She had bona fide credentials for the job. Outlandish, an important word. Part of speech adjective. Looking or sounding bizarre or unfamiliar. You can also think strange, a lower level. Weird, a lower level. On a grand level, higher level, something strange or weird, bizarre. Bizarre goes with looks, style, appearance. All these you have to know, combinations. Synonyms bizarre, strange, peculiar. Antonyms ordinary, conventional, normal. Conventional, you should also think of the word traditional. Conventional sources of energy, traditional sources of energy means fossil fuels. Non conventional and renewable sources of energy, we have solar energy, wind energy. His outlandish ideas means crazy, you can say. Often drew criticism for his peers. Peer means same level, same status. And you may get as a passage they have already given peer pressure. People pick up bad habits because of peer pressure. Peer pressure, an important concept in sociology, and they have given many a time as a passage. Conspiracy, rather simple word but important word, part of speech noun. A secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Secretly, you try to do something unlawful. Plot goes with movies also. What is the plot of the movie? But your secret plan, scheme. Collusion, an important word. Collusion also means the same. You join hands with someone to get into some illegal activity. Transparency, opposite honesty, openness, transparency. The conspiracy to overthrow the government was quickly uncovered by the authorities. Usually, this conspiracy goes with the polity, government, system, a particular group, a particular union. Foment, an important word, part of speech verb. Instigate, instigating or stirring up an undesirable or violent sentiment or course of action. Simple word provoke, inciting, provoking, agitating. Incite, immediately you have to recollect. Last time also I told you guys, incite. INCITE is a negative word, provoke someone to do something bad. Honesty, above board, man of integrity, man of values, or man of ethics. And insight, provide deep understanding, a positive word. Antonyms, calming, suppressing, quelling, quell, an important word. The leader was accused of fomenting rebellion among the citizens, provoking the citizens. Far fetched, part of speech adjective, unlikely and unconvincing, implausible, not acceptable, not convincing. Synonyms, implausible, impossible, different, improbable, implausible, in a way, go hand in hand, unlikely. Realistic, plausible, believable. Believable, you have to recollect, credible. Credible information, believable information. What is opposite? Incredible. Incredible students. When they achieve something great, what do we say? Incredible achievement. Recently, one of our students got about 18 jobs. No exaggeration. I was talking to his parents. I said, incredible achievement, incredible accomplishment, unbelievable. What is the example? The theory seemed far fetched, but it was eventually proven true. An important example. Sacrosanct, an important word, regarded as too important or valuable to be interfered with. You don't feel like touching that one because it is too sacred. Sacred, inviolable, an important word we have got for the first time. Untouchable, simple word. But sacred, you should also recollect the word holy, divine, divinity, noun form. Incredible India, very good, Sundari. When we talk about India, we say incredible India. So much diversity at the same time unity. Antonyms are profane, an important word. Secular, ordinary. Secular, India is a secular country, no official religion. Freedom of speech is considered sacrosanct in many democracies. Democracies, what is considered sacrosanct? Freedom of speech, freedom of fundamental rights also. Let us go to the editorial. Today's editorial on two counts, very important language proficiency point of view, comprehension point of view, because of the words one thing, and the patterns also not easy to comprehend. I strongly recommend you should read editorials like this one quite often, at least twice a week, thrice a week. Then it becomes a challenging task. You can fine tune your reading skill. You can raise your standards. Malign motive, positive or negative, trying to slander someone's reputation, on the arrest and remand of NewsClick founder. In a nutshell, it is all about the arrest and remand of a particular person without a written evidence. That is the actual issue. Main idea, Supreme Court order quashing arrest lays bare, makes it public. What becomes public based on that? Police designed to circumvent due process. In this context, what is the due process? A written evidence, a written statement. But without that, they try to arrest and remand a person. It is nothing but circumventing, means avoiding something and trying to do something in a smart or clever way. The Supreme Court of India's order invalidating the arrest and remand of NewsClick founder Prabir Purkayastha is much more than a technical outcome based on the failure of the Delhi police to furnish the grounds for his arrest in writing. As I said, the reason should be given in writing when the police arrest a particular person based on a particular act. Something is mandatory. What is mandatory in this context? Providing the evidence or the reason in writing. An important idiom here also, furnish the grounds, means furnish, provide the reasons in writing. That is mandatory. The Supreme Court of India's order invalidating the arrest and remand of someone is much more than a technical outcome based on the failure of the Delhi police to furnish the grounds for his arrest in writing. The sentence says Supreme Court has quashed that invalidated the arrest of a particular person. It may be a technical outcome, may look like apparently, obviously, a technical outcome based on something that is mandatory. The Delhi police failed to do that. What is it? Providing reasons in writing. Something more is there. That's what the sentence means. It is also based on that something more is there, more information. The writers use the word also. Apart from that, in addition to, besides all these, it is also an indictment of the clandestine manner in which the police sought to obtain his custody. The court has, in a way, questioned police action. It is also an indictment of the clandestine manner, secretive manner, in which the police sought to obtain his custody. Based on that, the court has a reprimanded indictment. As if invoking the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, UAPA, against a web portal was not malign enough. Was not malign enough, past tense, but one important word. Tell me which part of speech is the word enough. It can be, last time also I told you guys, it can be adjective, it can be adverb. As an adjective, not at all important. Important as an adverb. In many exams I've given enough malign, enough intelligent, wrong. Intelligent enough, malign enough. Malign is an adjective. As an adverb, the word enough comes after an adjective. As if invoking the Unlawful Activities Act against a web portal was not malign enough, the case seems a fictional in its entirety and establishes no overt act that can even be described as unlawful, much less a terrorist act. The police seem to have resorted to what the court called a blatant attempt to circumvent the due process of law. As I said, today's editorial not at all easy to comprehend. Look at the sentence, a lengthy sentence, looks like a paragraph, and you have to read twice or thrice to understand. But in a nutshell, what does it mean? This arrest, on the one hand, the intention to malign someone's reputation. Besides, the whole case seems to be fictional. Fiction, non-fiction. We use these words with English novels. Fiction means imaginary, hero, heroine, villain. Non-fictional, non-fiction based on facts. Fictional in its entirety and establishes no overt act that can even be described as unlawful. They could not establish anything that can be proven as unlawful. Forget about a terrorist act. Here we can also say forget about a terrorist act, much less a terrorist act. Based on this, it says the police seem to have resorted to what the court called a blatant attempt to circumvent the due process of law. The whole thing looks like an attempt by the police. They have resorted, means they have taken a particular course. What is it? A blatant attempt to circumvent the due process of law. In this context, what is the due process of law? Providing reasons in writing. Without that, they resorted to something. It is nothing but a blatant attempt to circumvent the due process. The court did not go into the merits of the case at this stage. It did not delve deep into the merits of the case at this stage, but said enough to warrant an adverse inference about the absence of bona fides. Did not go deep, but said enough to warrant, to caution in this context, an adverse inference or demand an adverse inference about the absence of bona fides. Because the police did not produce the bona fides, adverse inference not appreciated by the court. Mr. Purkayastha was produced before a remand judge before dawn. I have not brought the meaning. Almost 20 words are there. Already it is 6:55. Lack of time to present. But I will write two words you have to know. Dawn, dusk. Dawn means the time before the sunrise. It is bright enough you can see before the sunrise. Dawn. Dusk means the time after the sunset. After the sunset, also you can see it is not dark. That time is called dusk. He was produced before a remand judge before dawn, and his police custody obtained at 6 a.m. Even though the police had the entire day, here it is in past. The police had the entire day. In spite of that, they took or they his police custody obtained at 6 a.m. They took him into custody at 6 a.m., though they had the entire day to comply with the statutory requirement of producing him before. Statutory we have got recently means what? Legal. Comply with, to follow the statutory requirement of producing him before a court within 24 hours. There is a statutory requirement to produce before a court. What is that? Once a person is arrested, he or she should be produced within 24 hours. They had that time, but they did not do that. The police kept his lawyer in the dark. One more idiom. Keep someone in the dark means what? Not to reveal information or info. I've been kept in the dark means I was not informed. Not informed, you can also say. Not informed. His lawyer was not informed. The police kept his lawyer in the dark about the early morning proceedings and instead had a remand advocate readily present during the proceedings. All these sentences talk about the police action, how they could circumvent the due process. The idea was to confine the accused to police custody without informing him the grounds on which he has been arrested. What is the idea behind, objective behind, to confine, incarcerate, restrict the accused to police custody without informing him? They're supposed to inform the accused the reasons for arresting, without informing him the grounds on which he has been arrested. Has been arrested, present perfect tense, passive voice. Deprive means to take away, deprive the accused of the opportunity to avail the services of the legal practitioner of his choice so as to oppose the prayer for police custody remand, seek bail, and also to mislead the court. They wanted this to be avoided, so he was not, his lawyer has been kept in the dark. The judgment is also notable for extending to the UAPA the principle laid down, put down in Pankaj Bansal 2023 that those arrested under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act should be given the grounds of the arrest in writing. This is the whole thing. The reason should be given in writing, that is mandatory. In fact, interpreting the relevant constitutional provisions, the court says reporting verb is in present tense. Then you have to recollect the rule tenses don't change to a corresponding past tense. This goes with indirect speech. This may be required as a matter of course and without any exception. Maybe, because reporting verb is in present, not might be, maybe. For the arrest of any person under the UAPA or any other offences. The police recently filed a charge sheet in this case, which makes the outlandish claim that Mr. Purkayasta was funded, past tense passive voice, by the Chinese government and that and American millionaire Neville Roy Singham were involved in an alleged conspiracy to replace Indian democracy with a party state system as in China. It's about the allegation or accusation. It speaks of their support to fomenting riots, clashes, and protests in India and even funding terrorists. Again, accusations. Given the grave, serious in this context, even if far fetched, not believable, nature of the allegations against him, a regular bail would have been difficult to come by. Based on the accusation, not possible to get the regular bail as well. Therefore, it is salutary, highly appreciable, salutary that the court has treated the level of adherence to procedure. The police should have adhered to the procedure. Based on that, the court has treated the level of adherence to procedure, the need, what is that level of adherence to procedure, the need to furnish the grounds of arrest in this case as a sacrosanct. Means what? As sacred. A very important editorial you have to read twice, thrice to understand how the writer has presented the information. Higher level of comprehension is required, and you need to know the words of meanings of many words. That's all for now. Have a nice day. Do remember to subscribe and share. Join at